Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to discuss something that resonates very strongly for me, and this is about being a leader and developing yourself as a leader, but actually being someone that people will want to look up to and will want to follow. So there's 5 or 6 key things you want to do, 6 of which we'll discuss today in developing yourself as a leader. Okay? Number 1 is develop a leader's mindset. Over the last few years specifically, I've heard of people that have what they call a faker syndrome, or a situation where they don't feel like they should be in the position that they're in. All right? That is because of this lack of development as a leader's mindset. The way to do this is very simple. Just like anything else you want to develop, you have to spend specific time getting better. So in developing yourself as a leader and developing that leader's mindset, you can do things like watch these videos and content like what's on this channel. You can read additional leadership books. There are many books, different lengths, short books that are 30 to 50 pages and some that go up to 7 or 8, right? So depending on your time and what motivates you, YouTube videos are a great suggestion, but you do get a lot of opinion in YouTube videos. So read a book from time to time. Look at the charts, look at the statistics. That will help you build confidence in your mindset that you are a leader. And then you won't question yourself. To lead people, you have to have confidence. It's not saying you think you're perfect, and it's not have an attitude where you think you're above flaws. People need to make mistakes so they can learn from them, but develop a mindset where you know that your wins are far greater than your losses, and your losses you learn from. And if you do that, and you know you're going to be just, and you're going to treat people appropriately, and you want the best for them, and you're going to be genuine in that care, then that's what you need to do to develop a mindset that suggests all those things through how you act. So that's number 1, develop a leader's mindset. The second piece of becoming a great leader is hold regular one-on-ones. In every job I've ever been in, I've had an impact at places greater than other people could, and this is the secret sauce to that. When you hold regular one-on-ones with your team or your typical influencers or your leadership team within an organization, you're going to get feedback from those that are in the trenches. And the expectation should be that those people also are having one-on-ones with their subordinates. I suggest one-on-one at least weekly, if not bi-weekly. If your head count and your direct reports is 10 or less, you should be doing it weekly. If it's 10 or more, then you should be doing it bi-weekly. You do them every week, but you talk to this set this week and this set the next week, and you stick to that religiously. You don't miss, and you have to make sure that if you miss, you make up. That way these one-on-ones are a regular expectation for the team. It keeps the conversation honest, and it keeps the teammate transparent on what they know, and that's the information that you need most, okay? So that's the second part of becoming a great leader. The third part is to set up your team to get results, okay? One of the key pieces of leadership is removing obstacles for your team. So that's why you've heard me say before in videos, if a workplace is toxic, the biggest screaming indicator that you work in a toxic environment is you cannot remove obstacles for your team. If that's the situation, you should do what I did in those situations and leave. That's what I did, because I was hired to have the greatest impact that I can have. If someone is fighting me every step of the way, I'm not here for that. Okay, I've been a fighter in the past and a wrestler in the past and done those things professionally in the past. I have no interest in doing that in your business. I'm bringing that intelligent, aggressive person to try to impact and move things for the team so the team can be successful. Therefore, if people are getting in your way of setting up your team and you yourself being set up for results, it's something to think about. But to be developed as a leader, you have to focus on setting up your team to get results. You can't just bang on them and say, guys, you're not getting the results we need. What you need to do is observe, assess, and make deliberate decisions to make that situation better, to reduce waste, improve profitability, safety, and productivity. That's how you do those things, okay? That's number 3. Number 4 is create a culture of feedback. Obviously, you see that 2 and 3 don't work if you don't have 4. So to create a culture of feedback, people have to see that it's valuable. If it's valuable and they see that you're going to act on it, they will be more empowered and more enthusiastic on bringing you that information. And so they will see that they can impact their workplace, and you will have more dynamically engaged, motivated teams. So number 4 is an extremely important piece of being a leader. Number 5 is lead your team through change. Change is inevitable. It is the only thing that doesn't change, is the fact that there always is change, okay? So you need to be comfortable leading your team through change. They need to expect your leadership to get them through change, and they need to look forward to that. If you do that and you lead your teams through change, they will look to you as a leader, they'll look to you as a trusted resource, and they will continue to be motivated to pull the line and do what needs to be done to help move the company forward. So lead your team through change. And 6 is the final piece here, is manage your team, manage your time and energy. And you manage your team through your time and energy, okay? Be deliberate on doing the first things first. We've talked about that in videos in past. It can't just be urgency. If you handle everything based on urgency, then everything's going to be urgent, okay? If you can't manage your time and energy, you will not have the energy to focus on the big things, the important things, like your one-on-ones and things that impact the customers directly. So you have to be proper in time management. You have to manage the energy appropriately and have that developed and directed at the right things. 80% of your time should be spent where you are strong and in your areas of strength. 15% of your time should be spent in places where you're weak, and you should be hiring other people to handle those things that are strong in those places and training them and engaging with them so you keep eyes on. And then that last 5% should either be in new stuff or stuff you can't stand doing. But you want to continue to do that so you get better, and you want to do new things so you have more opportunities for growth and development. So these are 6 key points of being a strong leader and becoming a strong leader and developing a strong leader. Hopefully this content is useful to you. If you enjoy content like this and subjects such as these, please subscribe to the channel. Please share the channel with those that may benefit from it. I'm Ben. I appreciate your attention today. Be good.